to even money. And they're racing. Storm Boys jumped out quite well on the outside. A Node was clearly first out from Duvana, Traffic Warden, and Storm Boy not showing tremendous muster. Caught wide in the early part with Vianara there, Fearless between them. 3 lengths further back to Manal. Then came Duvana, and Coleman's going to settle last of all. So a Node shows the way from Traffic Warden. Prost on the outside in the pale blue cap. The roughy Vinara rails into 4th. Then came Fearless, and Storm Boy is off the track here in a 3-wire position with cover. They're followed further back by Duvana from Manal, and Coleman's last of a bunching field. So I know just in front from Traffic Warden, Prost seeing plenty of daylight. So's Storm Boy. Then came Vianara behind them on the inside of Fearless. Well back then Duvana from Manal, and Coleman is about 4 lengths off the lead last of all. So what a bunch field here in the English sires. And a Node should have a good kick here. It's been a soft lead. A Node swings in front from Traffic Warden. Then came Fearless. Storm Boy's been wide, but now McDonald gives the colt the cue. A Node being tackled by Traffic Warden, 250 to go. Then Storm Boy, Fearless, Manal's winding up on the outside, and Coleman as well. Traffic Warden races to the lead. Storm Boy's in trouble. Traffic Warden being joined by Coleman. Manal wide out. It's Traffic Warden. Manal going to Traffic Warden. They're wide apart. They hit it. Oh, Manal's put a bob in. So did Traffic Warden. Tight. Traffic Warden and Manal from Coleman in 3rd. Followed them by Prost, Storm Boy. Further back to Fearless, a Node. Blindfold off the mare. Racing. She's jumped out with them. Marzu's handled the start quite well. This is a good rush for the lead. Bella Nipotina, Cold Crusher there, and Imperatrice settles 4th. Chain of Lightning up the fence. Followed then by Aft Cabin, Sunshine in Paris, dressed back. Magic Times there on the rails from Johnny Rocker, and I Wish I Win in a 3-wide position, cluttered up. Sunshine in Paris goes back from Willinga Beast. Then came Buenos Noches, and Espiona is last of all. It's Marzu and Cold Crusher. Bella Nipotina splitting the pair in 3rd. Then came Chain of Lightning, Imperatrice in the right spot. Aft Cabin keeping her company, and Zach just moves up on the outside to keep her in a pocket. Imperatrice. I Wish I Win gets onto the back of Aft Cabin, followed then by Johnny Rocker and Magic Time coming into the straight now, and Cold Crusher move to a narrow lead. Bella Nipotina, it's go time for Bella. Up the inside is Chain of Lightning, the grey, and Bella Nipotina. Magic Time running on. Imperatrice grinding. I Wish I Win is starting to launch his attack, and then came Sunshine in Paris. Chain of Lightning, Bella Nipotina. Chain of Lightning, Bella Nipotina. Chain of Lightning kicking. Chain of Lightning's won the TJ, beating Bella Nipotina and I Wish I Win. Imperatrice close up. Espiona flashing home. Then Sunshine in Paris, Magic Time. And the big field are on their way. Another Will's jumped out of the gates quite nicely. Palmetto there. Another Will goes forward together with Pericles. And Fearson showing plenty of muster wide out. They're followed by Militarised handy with Lady Laguna. Navajo Peak just behind the leading Clump Court wide. Further back then to Nugget. From Obam Buramai pushing through. Lindeman's wider out, then Detonator Jack, Berkshire Shadow. 2 lengths away to Lock Eagle. Celestial Legend's going to settle well back in the field. 2 lengths to Kovalika from Democracy Manifest. Rustic Steel is last. Fearson from Gate 19 crossed them. He's going to lead easily. It's Fearson out by 2 or 3 lengths from Think About It and Another Will. Racing in 2nd and 3rd, followed by Navajo Peak 3 wide. Followed then by Pericles on the outside of Militarised. A length further back to Lady Laguna from Obam Buramai. Hinged is off the course. Followed then by Palmetto towards the inside. Nugget in the white cap starting a wider run. Lindemann out deep. Well back Berkshire Shadow. Detonator Jack in the yellow jacket coming off the fence. Celestial Legend starting to track into it as they come around the corner. And Think About It moves up to Fearson. Another Will is cruising up on the outside, and now Carr said go, and Another Will going after Think About It. Pericles stays on well. Over on the inside it's Militarised launching his attack, and further back to Obam Buramai. Up the inside Militarised, wide out Pericles and Militarised fighting it out for the moment. Nugget bursting through, and here he is, Celestial Legend bombing them wide out. Celestial Legend won the Doncaster, nailing I think Pericles or Militarised. Then came Nugget. Further back to Detonator Jack, Another Will, Think About It, Palmetto. Racing now. Zen Master squeezed out at the start. And off the inside, Gambare jumped well. Glad You Think So, given a wind up. And Wymark's going forward, together with Adagio, so the pace all right early. Cap Para settles fifth in advance of Tom Kidd, and then came Chaya Wolf Immediacy. Bover on the inside, Noisy Boy, the favourite Riff Rocket, third last from Zen Master, and Hooligan Tommy's last of all. So Glad You Think So is going to gallop them to the front at the 2,000 metres by a length on the informed Wymark. Gambare took the sit in third, and Tom Kidden parks three back the inside of Adagio. Now taking off on the outside or slowly moving forward is Immediacy. Just plodding a little bit though at the moment. On the outside of Cap Ferrar and Noisy Boy buried down on the fence. 2 lengths for the back to Chaya Wolf in the running line. Half the inside Zen Master, then came Riff Rocket and Hooligan Tommy last. A mile to go, and Glad You Think So in front here in the hands of Rachel King, led by two. Wymark and Gambare, and Adagio in fourth position, peeling 3 wide now at this point. So Regan Bayliss is taking closer order. The stablemate Gambare's locked up behind them, so Adagio rolls forward now and will sit outside Glad You Think So. Wymark retains cover now in third position, clear from Gambare. Then came Immediacy, Tom Kidd in midfield the fence, a length and a half to Cap Ferrar. Then came Noisy Boy, a length further back to Chaya Wolf Zen Master. The hot favourite Riff Rocket is still a second last at this point, and 2 lengths away to Hooligan Tommy. 1,000 to go now. Glad You Think So leads by 2 lengths. Adagio, who improved his position at the halfway mark, is a clear second now. 3 lengths away to Wymark. The pace is pretty genuine here. They're well strung out. Gambare in fourth. Now Hieronymus off the fence there on Tom Kidden, trying to improve at this point. And on the outside is Immediacy, just keeping him in a pocket. Then Noisy Boy from Cap Ferrar, Chaya Wolf, and Riff Rocket's going up the inside, so he's going to need a bit of luck, the favourite, as they come around the turn. Glad You Think So, 2 lengths clear from Adagio. A gap back then to Wymark under plenty of pressure. Then came Gambare. Riff Rocket slicing through the pack. He's got the run now of good enough. Glad You Think So, a dominant leader at the 250, but Riff Rocket's eating up the ground, and here's Chaya Wolf. Chaya Wolf wide out, coming with a big run. Riff Rocket through the middle. Chaya Wolf wide out. It's Riff Rocket and Chaya Wolf in a great derby finish. Riff Rocket, Chaya Wolf, nothing in this. Riff Rocket just in front, clings on. Riff Rocket beat Chaya Wolf. Glad You Think So third, then Tom Kidden. Then came Immediacy from Wymark, Cap Ferrar. Racing now. The favourite Orchestral was one of the last out with Autumn Angel and Zardozi. All the popular ones a bit tardy, and Bush Girl bounded out of the gates in front. Showing a bit of speed there is Quintessa towards the inside, and Dances with Who's is starting to muster. Tutar Levita's going into a prominent position as well. Followed by True Fairy on the inside of Orchestral, is up running fifth now. 2 lengths further back to Basilina. A similar margin to Autumn Angel from Piplup, and Zardozi's going to settle at the tail of the field and about 10 lengths off the leader, which is one of the roughies, Bush Girl, out by a length and a half. Dances with Who's second. Quintessa gets a good spot third. 2 lengths away to Tutard Levita, followed by True Fairy, and the raging favourite Orchestral is shooting for 6 consecutive wins today. It's right on the back of Tutard Levita. 2 lengths then to Basilina, followed by Autumn Angel, who's snookered on the rails, a length to Piplup, and Zardozi is last of all. So about a dozen lengths covers the field now, and it's Bush Girl at the 1,400 metres by 2 lengths. In second position, the roughie Dances with Who's. So big odds the first two. Quintessa into a clear third. Several lengths further back to True Fairy on the inside at Tutard Levita. So the pace has been certainly genuine enough. There's been no need for any moves there at the 1,200 metres. Orchestral's back fifth last from Autumn Angel. Then came Basilina, Zardozi slightly improving, and now Piplup is the last one. So they race to the side of the course now at the 1,000 metres, and Bush Girl ensuring a good tempo. Out by 3 lengths on Dances with Who's. Quintessa third. Then Tutard Levita on the outside of True Fairy. Orchestral still travelling sweetly in the second half of the field, just waiting to be given her cue. A gap further back to Autumn Angel is right back on the inside of Basilina. Then Zardozi and Piplup last of all. The margin between top end to tail extends now. Bush Girl 3 lengths clear, approaching the corner. Bush Bush Girl from Dances with Who's, Quintessa. Tutar Levita gets going, and Orchestral pulls right to the outside, 5 off the lead. Bush Girl's given a good side up front. She's coming back to them quickly, and now Orchestral with Quintessa winding up. Zardozi with a good run wide out, and Autumn Angel's coming off heels. Orchestral got to the front at the 200, under siege from Zardozi and Autumn Angel through the middle. Zardozi and Autumn Angel. Orchestral needs to left. Autumn Angel getting the upper hand, and Autumn Angel won the Australian Oaks, beating Zardozi and Orchestral. Quintessa fourth, followed by Tutar Levita. A gap back in the field to Basilina. And they're off and racing. Oh, one's flopped out of the gates. A clear last was a maid. A maid is 10 lengths out the back, and Major Bill, last year's Derby winner, jumped brilliantly. Carla away nicely in second, and Maharajan goes forward out deep on the outside of Manzois. Then came Serpentine, who's a few lengths off the lead in the early part and is going between runners. Stockman, it's outside. Circle of Fire's firing up a little bit in the early stages, followed by Glentanius buried down on the rails. Ash Run in the middle of the ruck. They're followed further back by Loft down on the fence. Further back in the field then to Athabaskan, who's on a 3-wide par from So Dazzling. Then came Salino, mostly cloudy. A mate's recovered after the tardy start and has put Military Mission now back in last position. Rolling down towards the post, it's Major Beale and Stockman, and the pace is all right here. Major Beale from Stockman. We don't often see Stockman eyeballing a front runner. He's a half length away with 1 lap to go. This dual New Zealand Cup winner over 2 miles, Maharajan, in a very handy third. In advance of Manzois, and then came Carla Poor fifth. Now the favourite Circle of Fires on a 3-wide path has been keen in the early stages, so Andrea Razzeni allows the favourite to slide forward. Circle of Fire. Serpentine getting close to heels, 1 off the fence. Athabaskan in the dark blue cap the outside. They're followed by Loft on the inside of Ash Runner. Further back to Salino from So Dazzling. Third last is mostly cloudy from a maid. And last of all is Military Mission. So it's Major Bill shaking off Stockman now. Going to the mile mark. And Major Bill's got the lead on his own now by 2.5 to Stockman. Maharajan into a clear third as they work down the back of the course now. Circle of Fire puts his head into 4th position on the outside of Manzois and Carla Poor. Now further back then to Athabaskan, who's on a wider path, gradually improving. They're followed further back to Glentanius, who's down towards the inside running rail, and the inside is Serpentine. 2 lengths further back to Loft on the inside of Ash Runner. Then came Salino, who won the Sydney Cup here 3 years ago. It's parked down on the inside of So Dazzling. Then mostly cloudy from a maid, and Military Mission is still last of all. The Sydney Cup field thundered to where the race started, and it's Major Bill in front by 3/4 to Stockman, followed by Circle of Fire edging into a clear third, but in a 3-wide position. Then Manzois, Maharajan in between runners. Athabaskan 3-wide with a bit of cover. Further back to Carla Poor, buried down on the inside of Serpentine. Further back to Ash Run. Now Rachel King starting a runner, mostly cloudy out wide of the 600 metres. Lofters going between runners as they come up to the home turn now. Major Bill in front by a length and a half. Manzois travels up nicely on the inside. Circle of Fire looping. Athabaskan's chiming in. Further back to Serpentine. Ash Run, mostly cloudy down the outside. It's Circle of Fire tackled by Athabaskan. A length off to Serpentine. Circle of Fire, Athabaskan. Now Carla Poor's running on the inside, but Circle of Fire with a strong kick. 100 out. Circle of Fire beating off Athabaskan, and Circle of Fire for Andrea Zenny takes out the Sydney Cup. Won it by 2.5 to Athabaskan. Photo third, probably Carla Poor in front of Serpentine. A gap back to Salino, mostly clouding. A good gap then to Ash Runner, followed by a maid who's beat about half the field home at the end from Loft. So Dazzling. Racing now, and Pride of Jenni jumped brilliantly towards the inside. Pride of Jenni in front. Mr. Brightside being sent forward on the outside. And Plaster Carousel goes straight to third. Then came Zayrek, followed by Kovalik at Chaya Wolf. Now Buckaroo settles back in the field in front of the favourite Via Sistina, and the 9-year-old Cascadians last of all. So Pride of Jenni, a long leader in the early part. About 4 or 5 lengths in front. Mr. Brightside went forward from the outside, and he's happy to sit in a long slipstream of Pride of Jenni. She's already off and gone at the 1,400 metres. She opens up by 8 lengths. Mr. Brightside wants to sit back and conserve his energy in second. 3 lengths away, Plaster Carousel, followed then by Zayrek. Further back to Kovalika, then the lone 3-year-old Chaya Wolf. Via Sistina, the short price favourite, is third last from Buckaroo. And Cascadian, impossibly his last day of racing, his last of all. Well, Pride of Jenni, we expected her to lead by a long way. But seriously, 30 lengths? This is unbelievable. Pride of Jenni with sustained speed going to the 800 metres. I've never seen a horse this far in front in a Group 1. Pride of Jenni, the best part of 25 lengths clear. Mr. Brightside Willow just wants to sit back for the time being. Then Plaster Carousel the outside. Further back to Zayrek Kovalika, followed by Chaya Wolf, Via Sistina, Buckaroo and Cascadians last of all. She's still, this is unbelievable. Pride of Jenni about 30 lengths in front in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. She keeps going, coming up the rise. At the moment, Mr. Brightside is being challenged by Kovalika, and then came Buckaroo, Via Sistina. She's winding up. She's getting to second, but Pride of Jenni at the 200. My goodness, 15 in front. Declan Bates goes for the whip, riding a ride out. There's no need. This is a demolition job. Pride of Jenni in the Queen Elizabeth Stakes. My oh my, Via Sistina second, Mr. Brightside third, Cascadian fourth, then Kovalika, Buckaroo, Plaster Carousel, Chaya Wolf and Zayrek, the ride of the century, Declan Bates. Racing now. And Arctic Glamour was last out, and Tropical Squall, as usual, bounded out of the gates and is going to lead for fun. Samana strides up on the outside, going to second from Zoo Gotcha. Now, Whiteout Osmos being sent forward in advance of Macarena, who's 3 horses wide in the early part. They're followed by Campionessa out deep. More Secrets, the rails into Tissue, is pushing right between runners in the early stages. They're followed then by Arctic Glamour, has gone down to the rails from Eternal Flame. Ruthless Dame out deep. Further back to Barbie's Fox, Alencia 3 wide in the white cap on the outside of Renaissance Woman, and Madame Pomry's last of all. So Tropical Squall in front by a half to Osmos. Zoo Gotcha gets to third in the leader's back position, and a half the outside to Macarena. 2 off to More Secret. Samana a bit keen the other. Then Campionessa on a 3 wide par from Arctic Glamour, Tissue between them. So Tissue's about 6 lengths away from the favourite in the run. Further back to Ruthless Dame, Barbie's Fox, Eternal Flame, Alencia out wide, and well back in the field, Renaissance Woman and Madame Pomry. Tropical Squall looking for another Group 1. Tropical Squall leads around the corner from the stablemate Osmos. The favourite Zoo Gotcha plonked in third and looking to take a run on the inside as Macarena pulls out. Tropical Squall up the rise, a narrow leader. Zoo Gotcha's rallying the inside, then Macarena further back to Osmos. Samana inside the 150. Zoo Gotcha joined Tropical Squall. Macarena is still there. Zoo Gotcha got to a narrow lead from Macarena. A big run late by a Tissue. It's Zoo Gotcha in front from a Tissue. Wide apart, a Tissue lunge. Zoo Gotcha trying to cling on. Photo finish, Zoo Gotcha and a Tissue. Then Macarena and Samana from Campionessa. Further back to Eternal Flame, Ruthless Dame. More Secrets from Tropical Squall. Osmos was next from Barbie's Fox, Alencia. Then came Arctic Glamour from Madame Pomry, and Renaissance Woman was one of the last to finish.